the one I had, this one before was kind of like this style.
Okay, like a fringe.
Yeah, like a.
Do you like that?
fringe. Yeah. But honestly, I was also like trying to see what you think.
You thinking a taper?
Yeah, taper.
Yeah, I'm thinking a taper. I don't think a fade. How much you want off top?
I mean, like, yeah, like an inch or two. Yeah, I've been watching your videos for a brick, bro. It's crazy.
It's gonna be a good one.
Really.
So this particular client, he drove actually from Maryland. He's from DC. He told me he got a perm. So his hair right now, this isn't his natural hair. And I asked him just to make sure. I was like, you good with your, the perm being basically cut off, because an inch was gonna trim the perm curls. And he was like, yeah, he kind of wants to get rid of it. So we're gonna go for a fringe. So sometimes when I'm recording scissor work, before I was more so focusing on the angles for you guys, but now I'm focusing more on my angles. So I'm gonna zoom it all out so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, because what's important for me is to keep my posture correct. Otherwise the scissor work will be affected. So when I have the camera close up, I'm more so focusing on what you guys can see, and like bending my body when I shouldn't be. I need to be, upright. So anyways, we did some forward graduation. Now we're just gonna trim the top even. We're not gonna point cut. We're just gonna trim it even. So yeah, his hair is very dense in the front. You guys can, pretty much see it. So I took a horizontal section going back, and now I'm taking horizontal sections across. Now, with his type of texture, it's not like most Asians' hair. It's not super flat. It's definitely straight, but has a little bit of wave to it, just a little bit. So I'm gonna finger razor the front to kind of go into the fringe, because you don't want it to be like disconnected. Although most styles where it is a frontward style, it is technically disconnected. You want it to kind of fade in. So right here, I'm kind of like shingling the hair in with the scissors. I like to call this technique like shingling. Like you're not bluntly cutting, you're kind of like scooping the scissor. And now to debulk. Also, forgot to mention, I asked him what shape he liked. Square or round? He said round. So I cut it according to that shape. I'm gonna debulk with my 4. This is gonna go straight into the scissor work. Under the 4, I'm gonna use my 3. This side, I left it a little bit bulkier by accident. So you guys are gonna notice me grab my scissors, and I'm not gonna re-wet it, just do some scissor over comb real quick. I could have easily went with a 5, but I just wanted to practice. We're gonna go for a mid taper pretty much. Now, for styles like this, where obviously there is no front hairline, me personally, and this is something that I took from London, this is a UK type style, they always push the C-cups back, and they push the hairline around the ear back to make the haircut stand out more, to make the shear work pop more, to make it actually look like a haircut. And I truly do believe on textures like this, you can kind of push it back a little. Because the hairline isn't the focal point. A lot of people hear push back, and they get scared, or they say you're never supposed to do it. I think you are, honestly. You gotta have barber IQ to be able to know when you can kind of do certain things. There are no rules in this. It's crazy. Like, there are no rules. Like, there's principles, sure. Maybe there are some rules, sanitation rules and safety rules. But other than that, when it comes to the actual hair, there's really no rules in this. So yeah, we're gonna hit some scissor over comb just to kind of blend in this problem area right here. And I find whenever you debulk, it just makes it so much easier. You can just do the taper in like under a minute because you're just plowing through it. So just a slight pushback, nothing crazy, just slightly, making it sharp so that the fringe will stand out, the taper will pop. And you want to make sure that taper is nice and flush. What flush means is just a smooth blend, clean transition. And the full cut of this should be on Patreon, the extended version, by probably the end of this week or next week. Check out the Patreon, got some exclusive content on there. And just to detail it, scissor over comb. I'm not a fan of clip over comb. Do I use it? Yes. More so with afro hair and curly hair. Scissor over comb, I feel like you could be more precise and you have more control. Clip over comb, it kind of gets reckless at times. So right here, this is just something I thought to do. Since he obviously likes his hair a little wavy, I'm just gonna kind of finger curl it with my fingers and release it. Kind of like a DIY perm, low key. He was going out this day. He took a long drive, so I just had this idea. So I'm gonna put some curling cream, just it's slightly curly, into his hair. That's the Menspire product. And then I'm gonna cocktail it. So I'm gonna add Moroccan curling cream, which it works, but this texture of hair is pretty difficult to style. I didn't want to use the texture powder. We were going for a more curly look, not a wavy look. I mean, not wavy, not a textured look, more so curly. So I put the clips in his hair and kind of dried it with the diffuser. And shout out Easy Blade, use my code for 10% off. I'm just gonna use the razor to clean up his C cup. That's pretty much it. And as you can see, the shape is nice round shape with some nice bulk. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the styling portion, use the diffuser, cold air, just to kind of set that hair into place. And I saw some last minute details I had to do in the graduation section. So this is the before, he was sick of that perm, and this is the after. Shout out to him, came all the way from Maryland. Shout out DC. It's your boy Four, and I'm out of here. Peace.